Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 7 with Benny, Hannah, and the ultimate Riz Lord, Joseph Cons.
Oh, thank heaven. It's episode 7.
Yes, sir.
Hope we don't get sued for that one.
Yes, sir. No, we'll be all right.
Okay.
Hey, it's going fucking great, isn't it? It's fantastic. Before we get into things, I just wanted to say, we just want to say, thank you very much for all the support and everybody sharing our shit and liking everything. I get asked in public how the podcast is going and stuff. So thank you for that. We do have a couple of announcements. We are now on Spotify. So if you are somebody who doesn't have the bandwidth to watch these podcasts, which is completely understandable, you can now listen to us on the treadmill, at work, things that people do. So that's available to you as well. We'll have links for that in the upcoming videos and such. And on October 26th, we are doing a live show at Forbes Theater right next to 500 Pearl for their tailgate party before the game. Doors open at 11. We'll be there, as long as we want to be, and it'll be a live show. So this will be really, really cool. It'll be live, this whole podcast setup, everything like that. So we're really excited about that. Go to 500 Pearl's Instagram, their social media pages, RSVP to the event, and you will see our two lovely, beautiful mugs sitting there staring right back at you.
So, dude.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's just get into what we normally do. How was your weekend, Joe?
What did Ben eat? I'm more interested in what you ate because I didn't do shit this weekend.
You didn't do anything this weekend?
I didn't do jack shit. I laid on the couch, and I rewatched our favorite show a couple episodes.
Oh, which one?
The Sopranos.
Which one?
Oh, Pine Barrens is like because I was feeling some type of
way. You rewatched Pine Barrens? Do you just go in and rewatch
every time I'm like in a bad mood, I watch Pine Barrens.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good one.
Which is probably all the therapists out there for like Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ, right?
It's a classic episode. It's in TV lore. You will never not hear about it. So I get it.
It is one of my favorite episodes. But dude, I didn't really feel like doing anything. Oh, I ran the beer mile, Bottle Rocket Reserve beer mile.
Where was that?
South Buffalo, near the Shays Buffalo, the Shays on Seneca. And and the reason I'm kind of trying to find the words is because that was literally the worst race ever. I'd rather shower with sandpaper and roll in a pile of nails. Basically, what you do is you drink a Jenny Cream Ale and then you run a quarter mile 4 times. And the first sip of beer, I literally almost threw up because I was so hungry. By the 3rd lap, I could just feel the cream of the ale coming up out of my mouth, and it didn't, because if you throw up, you're disqualified.
It's great. It's fantastic.
But I did well. I mean, I didn't win, but it's part of my training regimen for the Ellicottville 5K, which is then followed by the Turkey Trot, which is then followed by my training for the half marathon. Who would have thought this chubby meatball has legs that could run? Now you know. So yeah, I don't recommend doing it. It was awful. But I picked up some Austin 316 beer from, is it El Seguende Brewery? I'm not a California.
I think it's pronounced El Salvador.
No, it's not. But I picked up a 6-pack for myself, 6-pack from a friend, and hoping that I could watch the Bills.
Yeah, I know.
I cleared the 6-pack by the end of the first quarter.
Right.
Ben, what did you eat? Because I'm getting a little depressive over here.
That's okay, buddy. So this weekend we actually spent some time. Me and a couple of buddies of mine spent some time in Varysburg area. You know them.
Where the war happened?
Yes.
Oh no, that's Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Bloodiest
battle.
Anyway,
DM.
Me, 3 other dudes, golfing. We did Burncliffe, and then the next day we did Ironwood, and then his wife, who's the one. This was like an anniversary gift. It was pretty lit. Just a guy's weekend out in fucking Perry. V, love you. Thank you so much.
That guy.
Yeah, V and Dolce.
Oh
yeah.
What up, Dolce?
So we did that. It was great. She made steak,
of course she did.
Potatoes, and salad and chocolate cake. And it was just heaping amounts for 4 dudes. And it was
by the way, when
V
cooks, we love you, V. All your food, amazing.
Yeah.
When V cooks, it's not I'm just gonna make it. It's gourmet shit. It is, man.
She's awesome. She's
so
so cool.
Jimmy, that's some gourmet shit. It is
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a better chicken cutlet. I don't think I've ever had a better piece of cake, dessert, anything. So That's amazing. Huge shout out.
Shout out to V. And by the way, if anybody wants to hire her, she does stuff like that. She does private events and stuff like that. So reach out to her.
Really cool, like to have a beer with too. So is
She's a
Dolce.
shit. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're some of our favorite people on the planet.
We love you.
But yeah, that was a great weekend. And then, yep.
Yep. Yeah, we're about to. The reason we're kind of quiet at the start of the episode is because we're about to unload some shit.
We literally went to this meeting for Forbes Theater, and then we looked at each other. We're like, "Do you want to go film a pod real quick?" Because we're early, by the way.
We're very early, and we're gonna sound like our dads never played catch with us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like one of those like simple plan music videos where we're sorry we can't be perfect, but neither can our sports teams.
Yeah.
And for lucky episode 7, I feel like absolute dong water.
Yeah, I
love doing this, but with the way things are right now in Buffalo sports, I'm so sad. And I shouldn't be sad because we're going to dive into this, but
it's fucking October.
I shouldn't be sad that my football team is 4-2.
No, to be honest with you, I wanted to do this with you tonight. Like, I don't want to bring this home anymore.
You're my first.
Excuse me?
I'm just kidding. No, I know, but like for a football,
I don't want to bring this home.
For a football team that's 4-2. There's a lot of teams right now, and I think the conversation, I might be speaking all over the place here, but there's a lot of teams that have 3 wins. One of those being the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
And then there's another one is I couldn't remember the teams. But anyways, we shift over now. The Bills have 4 wins. Everyone's like, oh, I wish I was the Bills. I have 4 wins. The reason that I'm not excited is because for a 4-2 team, there is so much writing on the wall. There's not enough walls to write on.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's getting to the point now where it's that Buffalo thing that I see with our star players that they're exhausted. And I can start to sense that with Josh Allen that, something's not right. And they go, oh, he's probably injured. Maybe. But he probably also looks at his team when they're down 21-14 and goes, okay, I got to do this again. And he shoulders it. And you can just tell when he's wearing it. And there was an interview before the game last night where he was talking about Haley Steinfeld. He loves his wife. She makes him feel like he's more of a football player, which is great. I love that he's found that serendipitous love that everybody looks for. But at the end of the day, man, it just looked like he was getting kicked in the nuts repeatedly last night. And they had no answer for it. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't think anybody knows what the answer is. I don't even think the coaching staff knows what the answer is. But we've got a little bit of a problem. I'm not going to hit the panic button yet, but we got a little bit of a problem in Buffalo, and someone's got to put their finger on it and figure it out.
Well, and by the way, if you're one of those people who has a problem with Josh Allen's comments about Haley giving him the strength to not feel just like a football player, but a human being, fucking stop.
Yeah.
Do you not remember what happened to Rylan O'Reilly in this town? We got to stop making people feel like shit, especially players who show a little bit of humanness. Yeah. If there is any ounce of you doubting the dog in that kid, you haven't been watching long enough. Yeah. And you want to just be mad. You want to be miserable. You want to get on top of somebody. Let me tell you something. He's not the one, okay? As somebody who wanted Josh Rosen, he has force-fed me every single thing I have said wrong to him, and he'll do it again. But Jesus Christ, man, how are you going to look, okay? I mean, the first point I got here, because if you didn't watch, the Bills lost. They lost the game. They lost the game. They shouldn't have fucking lost. And they lost it in not such a way that has been the same way for 3 years, where they do a bunch of dumb shit. You sit there and you think, okay, they're the better team. They'll figure their way out of this. And then they do some heroic run to the last play of the game in the fourth quarter. They win. They figure it out, and they win a close game. That's not happening anymore. Drake London just dropped his Big Ben all over the defense yesterday. Same for Bijan Robinson. That never used to happen.
Did you call him Dijon or Bijan?
It's he.
No, did you call him Dijon?
I called him Bijan. Bijan
mustard? Yeah.
Because he prefers Bijan, not Bijan. He said in an interview this year.
I thought it was the other way. Okay,
no,
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Call him whatever you want. You ran all over
Do your
us.
fucking research, Conzi. How about that?
Well, guy's a Falcons fan. Knows more about the Falcons than does the Bills.
No, dude. I don't know how much more. No, I'm not going to emotionally spiral. I have things I want to talk about.
I'm going to emotionally spiral.
I
I'm
know.
going to tell you what I'm going to say, but go ahead.
Listen, this team loves to tell the fans, gaslighting them. You're not seeing what you're actually seeing. It's better than it looks. What are you talking about? We don't need help on the offensive side. We scored 30 points last year for 8 games in a row. Then he has the nerve to, they have the nerve to double down that, oh, we had a plus 24 turnover differential. That's fucking sustainable. Sure it is, guys. Sure it is. Oh, we have now completely rebuilt the offense. So all the pressure's off Josh. Josh can just be Josh and play free, when I don't think it was ever fucking real that the guy was doing too much. He is a stud, and you have neutered him to the point of no return. Now, for 4 straight games, actually, they've only had 1 good fucking quarter this year. It's been the 4th quarter in the Ravens game. All of these games, he's getting sacked more than he ever has. When James Cook can't run, the offense doesn't fucking move, which in a Josh Allen offense is a problem. It is a problem that you cannot move with this guy. It doesn't make any sense. This everybody eats mentality, which Atlanta's making fun of you, by the way. Atlanta said everybody eats. Now the Chiefs had everybody go eat. Did you see that?
Everybody starves.
Yeah. Everybody starves in this fucking offense. And lo and behold, maybe sometimes the fans actually know what they're seeing. You know? Like, I'm sorry. He's going to get up there and he's going to bitch out the morning show hosts about not addressing wide receiver the way he has. And, oh, look at that. It's
You bring up I'm totally behind Jeremy and Joe from WGR on that. I was not ever in disagreement. I thought, and everybody keeps calling and bringing it up again, I thought they handled themselves very well. And they said, listen, we're not being that way. We're telling you analytics. And this is the thing that aggravates me about analytics. You will see sports teams use analytics for the dumbest things ever, but when it's the stuff that you don't have to overthink, they don't read the analytics.
Yeah, right.
And the analytics pointed to the fact that you need a wide receiver.
Yes.
Because you failed to do XYZ. You got rid of Stephon Diggs. You didn't backfill.
Mm-hmm.
The analytics and the numbers don't lie in those certain situations. Now, if you're going to run it through your tight end position, you still have to have a guy on the outside for when the tight end gets double teamed or the tight end can't play.
Yes.
Which, hello, our tight end's great one week and he's out the next week. And if you can't stay healthy, your number 1 target's out, you're screwed.
Yes.
Now, again, over and over and over again, I cannot stress this enough. I always look at other teams across the NFL, and when the going gets tough, they draw up a play. They have something in their back pocket that they don't want to use, but they use it anyways. Okay? Look at the Falcons last night. Joey Bosa was all over Penix. Do you know what the Falcons said? Dude, throw it in this area. He can't cover Bijan. Throw it in this area. They can't cover Drake London. Throw it in this area. They can't cover Kyle Pitts. All Michael Penix did last night was throw the ball to a spot, and Bijan Robinson was there.
Yeah.
And Drake London was there. They played backyard football and beat the brakes off of us. Now, in certain situations, because they did look like crap in the second half. But
go ahead.
To that point of we just can't, we overthink it. Like 3rd and 1. Well, we got to give the ball to Elijah Moore. Who are you fooling?
Yeah.
And again, I don't care if the tush push gets you a yard. If you have 3rd and 1 and you have momentum, take the tush push, reset the sticks. Take the tush push, reset the sticks. At that point in the second half, you just came out and you scored. When you got the ball back, I'd have been like, 3 is better than none.
Yeah.
Get me 3 points. Matt Prater, except for that 1 field goal he shanked, he can pretty much kick it from anywhere on the field.
Right.
He could. And that's what frustrates me about this team this year, is the fact that whether he's hurt or not, on 3rd and 1, we've abandoned the tush push because in the NFL owners meeting, Sean McDermott voted to get rid of it because of player safety. The same guy who let his offensive coordinator run a tush push on every 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 the season before, and that's why Nick Sirianni had a problem with it. He's like, bro, you do the same thing we do. Why are you voting against it?
Yeah.
Now, I'm big on player safety. Sorry, I'm going on a rant.
No. Go ahead.
I'm big on
That's what
player
today's
safety. I completely understand. I don't want people to suffer these injuries. We see Tua Tagovailoa, who doesn't even know what he's saying at the podium right now because I don't know if it's because he's exhausted or because the concussions are getting to him. Mm-hmm. But at some point, why are you abandoning what made you a successful team last year? The tush push hit a lot of things last year. Was that team built to win a Super Bowl last year? No. No, they have their weaknesses, but they used the tush push to keep the momentum going. And I just don't understand. You have a 6'5" freaking massive buffalo at quarterback, and you hand the ball to the 5'7" receiver that slips, falls, blah, 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 blah. Just give the ball to the big guy back there. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand football. I don't know. I just know that the idea is to reset the sticks, move down the field. It baffles me that they can't figure it the fuck out, but because they spent so much money on Elijah Moore and Joshua Palmer that we have to dish the rock to him.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes.
End of story.
It's been Joe, this has been the same shit for 3 years now.
I know.
3 years ago, we're watching Latavius Murray line out wide. We're watching fucking Dawson Knox line out wide.
Patrick DeMarco in Houston
we're
on a freaking wheel route.
Yeah, they're doing all this shit because they don't have the fucking horses. And it's like, it's so glaring. Josh, for the longest time, was one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz, period. You blitz him, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Guess what Atlanta figured out last night? Guess what the Patriots figured out the week before?
What's that?
You blitz Josh, he doesn't have any blitz beaters. No. He has none. There's nobody getting open.
Ooh, he has one, but Khalil Shakir could beat the blitz.
He can.
He's just not. He's not big enough. You need a bigger target that can get open.
Well, that leads me to a lot of things. Where the fuck is Ty Johnson in the passing game?
He's taking a step back.
Where's Ty Johnson in the fucking passing game? That is what he's on the team for. What?
Well, I guess.
Where's your third down? Where's your third down?
From what I've gathered, why he's not out there in passing downs is because his pass blocking has significantly declined. That's another problem. You can't be the pass catching back if you can't block in pass protection.
Well, okay, that's one.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that he's significantly declined this year.
Absolutely, but I'm more so talking about. Is that either way? Let's move on to even more.
Sorry.
Let's move on to even more fucking points. I don't know what they thought Keon Coleman was going to be, but he is everything that they told you he was going to be. He is. Go read his fucking college profile right now. He's bad at 50-50 balls. He's bad on the outside. He's bad at separating. Why are the only routes we're fucking throwing to him on the outside, lined up directly next to the corner, on top of them? He can't separate. Where are the fucking gauntlet drills that he was so good at in the combine? Oh, that's why we drafted him. He's fast in the gauntlet. Where are his crossers? There's none. Maybe it's because Josh is getting blitzed and that's too long of a developing play because Keon can't get there fast enough. But I don't understand sacrificing. I mean, is it even more glaring right now that week 4 in our Lord's 2025 that Xavier Worthy was a better option? Ladd McConkey was a better option?
Sure.
Like, you didn't draft Ladd McConkey because he's too much of a slot. So you picked Keon Coleman, who's better suited, and everybody's telling you that he plays better as a big slot. Like, I don't.
My thing with it. Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
My thing is, I feel bad for Keon Coleman for this reason. The expectations for Keon Coleman are higher than most second. Like,
right.
What he's tied to sucks.
Yeah.
It absolutely sucks because I do think there are some bright spots with Keon Coleman. Mm-hmm. And I do think that I texted you last night, I said that 50-50 ball up the sideline to get a 30-yard gain. Like,
yeah.
Okay. And sometimes when they throw the ball, it's like off his numbers. If they were throwing it in the red zone to him 50-50 and he was losing, well then bye. Yeah. But they're throwing these 50-50 balls that are like, if he gets it, it's great. If it's out of bounds, it's great. But what I don't like for him, and everyone's like, oh, well, he's making millions of dollars. Okay, but think about it from this perspective, okay? This guy was a decent wide receiver in college. He was.
Yeah, he was, but for all the reasons that I said.
Right, for all the reasons that you said. I get it. but he's forever tied to Xavier Worthy, and he's forever tied to the fact that the Bills drafted him in the top of the second round.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you needed to draft him that high in the second round. I think you could have got him lower in the second round. We won't know that. Yeah. But the pressure for him is astronomical to no fault of his own.
Yeah.
So if you want to sit there, not you, but if this isn't directed at you,
no,
you want to sit there and say that he's
a
crappy football player, that's your opinion.
No,
I just think that like the expectations for him are so much higher than other guys that literally don't get the brunt of all of it. And one of them, I got to tell you, Terrell Bernard. I mean, like, what happened?
Well, hold on.
Right? What? I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm using him as an example. There's so many other guys that deserve more criticism than Keon Coleman.
No, I get it. Let me round this out.
Round it out.
I don't think Keon Coleman is a bad player.
No, he's just not a number one.
But he's fine. And when in a position that you needed better than fine, you're not getting good. You're not getting. I don't know. I'm going to lose it. I don't know why they decided to go the route of 5 or 6 guys who are technically good at one thing. Because when one of those guys, when your one man beater, Josh Palmer, gets hurt, guess what? Nobody can get open for the rest of the game now.
And he beat like 3 guys on that catch to open the game. Yeah.
You need, now more than ever, you need 2 guys who are good at everything. Yeah. Not 4 guys that are all good at one separate thing. That's like, I don't know who I need to call, but it's just like, I don't know why they thought that, like, because here's the deal too. If you're talking about, okay, well, we can't sign a Jamar Chase. We can't do this. That's too much money. You just fucking tied up $20 million in receivers that half of them you don't even use. You could have just drafted a couple in the 4th or 5th round in the past 2 years, spent no money on them, and you would get the exact same production you have now. Exact same.
Right. And I think a lot of this goes back to the point of like getting creative when you're struggling, right?
Yeah.
And it's completely different leagues of football, okay? Mm-hmm. But when I was in high school, we were down 21-7 in the sectional semifinal game on like the precipice of winning our first sectional title in like 20 freaking years, okay? Mm-hmm. And our coach, who literally scrapped the play call sheet and said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make their linebackers work. Do you know what that means?
Yep.
We're going to run them. We're going to run them sideline to sideline. There's going to be a couple drives where maybe we don't gain a yard, but we're going to make them puke. Yeah. And what we did was we ran this. I think it was like 14 or 16 read in the spread offense. And we just ran this all the way up the field with our running back, Clay. What up? What up, my man? Clay literally ran these guys till they puked. And the reason I bring this up is because I watched in real time a linebacker go from looking like an all-state linebacker to looking like he never played the position before because he was tired, he was out of shape, he didn't know what to do, and we just kept running the same play up the field to the point where this kid couldn't cover. Yeah. And we would hit a pass play because they couldn't cover us. I just get concerned with this team because you have 3 running backs. You have potentially a pass-catching running back. If he can figure out how to pass block, he's struggling this year, and Ty Johnson. You have Ray Davis, who can pound the rock and get open. I mean, that route out of the backfield was beautiful.
Right.
Then you have James Cook, who can literally line up as a wide receiver and get open.
Yeah.
So I think to get you to the bye week to beat Atlanta, I'm confused as to why they weren't utilized more.
Right.
Let Ray Davis pound the rock up the middle.
They had 8 receiving touchdowns last year.
And let James Cook run out of the backfield, because I think if you were to move that second tier or move that secondary left and right a little bit, they would have got gassed. Right. And that's what I sometimes fail to realize as an NFL fan is when you see motion, you're trying to like disguise the defense. You're also trying to get that guy to run to the other side of the field in hopes that when you make that break, he doesn't know what to do. And the Bills just seem to not be on the same page in that regard. And Sean McDermott said it yesterday in his press conference. And I had a lot to say in our text thread last night about Sean McDermott, but I thought he hit the nail on the head last night. It should not be that hard for Josh Allen to win a football game.
It shouldn't be.
It should literally be, we can't throw it downfield, 5-yard dink and dunk. You know who was great at doing that? Tom Brady. Yeah. Tom Brady knew he didn't have a receiver one year. He would just throw 5-yard outs to Kevin Falk and they'd drive the field. That's the Patriots. But
no, I know, but I need a bigger playbook. I can't
Sure.
I can't have your only passing plays all be within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, hoping a fucking screen works, hoping some short dig route works,
Sure.
or his first completed pass past 40 yards this year. Otherwise, he's missing. Like, I need plays drawn up where your receivers break 10 yards
But
in.
is it so bad if they shrunk the playbook last night to what they were good at?
I feel like they did.
But then they stopped.
What do you mean? Like the
So
like
they
the
come
crazy
out. They
shit
come
were
out the
doing?
second half. They come out guns blazing. They score a touchdown. They get the ball. They get the ball back. James Cook's going 5 yard, 3 yard, 5 yard, 3 yard.
I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think
To get you through the game. Just to get you through the game.
Right, but this is to my point.
Yeah.
I hate that the offense doesn't move unless James Cook is running the ball.
Right, but okay, and I agree with you, but they didn't have the offense did not have it last night. And I think to your point, I understand, but in some situations, you got to grind that out.
Right.
I'm not pulling my 4-year, $48 million running back off the field until he throws up in my face.
Yeah.
I hate to say that because then you're putting more miles on him. However, when your quarterback literally looks exhausted, you got to do something. And I'm sorry, and I'm not disagreeing with your point. Just shrink the playbook, go back to basics, because guess what? The Falcons might have stopped them 2 out of 3 times, but 3rd and 1, you're on the Elijah Moore play. Just hand the ball off to James Cook. Let him get stopped.
Yeah.
Then you've exhausted all your options. Then you're like, hey.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry. I agree with what you're saying.
But like, how do you not do something for the offense in this bye week? How do you not do something? How do you not go get Raheem Shaheed?
Well,
how do you not go get
tell you this right now?
How do you not go
do you know how many players they need to right this ship?
Well,
CJ Gardner-Johnson got cut.
Let's do this, by the way. Defense next.
Sorry.
CJ Gardner-Johnson got cut.
He got cut because
are they going to fucking sign him?
No, because apparently there's something there because his agent said, well, you went and traded for another free safety, so his playing time
he's
got
looking
cut.
for starting time.
Well, that's fine. But now you're at the point where you have a problem at safety. And I know you texted me about the Poyer thing yesterday. I do think Poyer kind of saved them a little bit in the second half.
Which is a problem.
Okay, I get it. Never thought we'd be talking about Jordan Poyer saving the day. But now you look at it and you go, okay, what's this guy want? And this is what I've been talking about to multiple people about the Stephon Diggs thing and leaving Buffalo. And, okay, he was a diva, fine, his attitude, whatever. This is where your coach has to come into the fold and say, we're struggling bad back there. I'll take anything I can.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gone after Justin Simmons.
Nope.
They haven't gone after Asante Samuel Jr. They have to go after somebody. Something's got to give here. Mm-hmm. They can't roll the rest of the season with what they have at free safety.
Absolutely not.
And I'm okay with Jordan Poyer rotating in sometimes, but I don't want him playing the second half.
He shouldn't.
By
the way, this is the last time you get to fucking get mad at me for getting mad about people signing to the practice squad. Because guess what? They always play. Yeah. They always play.
Again, I think this is the time where you have to kind of swallow your pride and say, this is completely out of the ordinary for the Buffalo Bills. Well, we have to sign a guy that maybe doesn't fit that,
what's the old saying?
You know what? Maybe CJ Gardner-Johnson isn't a bad guy. He just wants to play. We don't know that. But
what's the age-old saying? If one guy ruins your culture, was your culture that fucking strong in the first place?
Good point. We have a hockey team to figure that out.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so getting on the defense, which they saved them yesterday after getting it together in the second half.
They also gave up 21 points to start the game.
And then nothing after that.
But they put you in a hole to start the game.
Your offense had 4 tries to go tight up, and they fucking didn't.
Okay.
That's crazy, Tom, with Josh Allen as your
quarterback. I know.
But, yeah, sure. First half, absolutely atrocious, absolutely abysmal. If it were up to me, leave Bobby Babbage to take a donkey home. I don't fucking care. But it's the thing that bothers me, it's high school shit.
Yeah.
I got McDermott taking the microphone, talking about gap integrity, talking about run lanes, talking about filling your gaps, brother, I was taught that in high school. When are you going to start? I'm sorry, but if Taylor Rapp is not giving the run support he needs, put him on the bench. You need to start giving consequences to bad play. You get run over every single game.
I love that you just said that because when a reporter said, "Hey, how did you think about the bright spot, Deion Walker?" Yeah, he learned a lot tonight.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course he over pursued a lot, but like
Yeah.
he also was blowing up plays in the backfield. And your second round pick is not even playing. He's
not
hurt.
playing. He's hurt.
He held out in camp for a second
Landon
round.
Jackson can't get on the fucking field.
Well, he did, but it's just like, to your point, the guys that don't get the consequences, and there's guys that do get the consequences. I'm not saying that guys like Deion Walker and Keon Coleman don't deserve to not to sit for a drive. I mean, maybe they did do something stupid, but those are your examples.
Right.
I don't know. Love Terrell Bernard having a rough season. I still think he's a great player, but like, how about your defensive captain maybe doesn't get washed on a play?
Dude, I don't know. When Shaq Thompson and Dorian Williams went in, they got better linebacker play than they've gotten all year. Even with
when I say that,
healthy.
I'm not saying Terrell Bernard's a bad player. I'm just saying, like, why are we punishing? Who are we punishing? And why are we doing it?
No, I know.
You know?
I think they have a big problem. I think they are finding out that they are too small. I think they are finding out that they've got a lot of passive players who don't meet people in the zone and take the punishment.
Other teams do this.
Do they? Because let me tell you something. If I got to watch Cole Bishop stand there and take a hit one more time and miss a fucking tackle because he's too undersized, I'm going to lose it.
Do you know who's undersized?
It's the same thing with Terrell Bernard.
There's so many undersized players, though, that play.
I think it's shifting. Especially
you know what I think the problem
linebacker.
is? They never found a replacement for Matt Milano. And I to this day, I truly believe that Matt Milano is a linebacker whisperer. What I mean by that is when Tremaine Edmonds left, he became a terrible like you really got to see that Tremaine Edmonds really isn't a good linebacker. But when he played next to Matt Milano, he was a superstar. He got like in Terrell Bernard next to Matt Milano. He's a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that Matt Milano coming back fixes the problem. I'm saying they have yet to find someone to backfill Matt Milano in the sense that makes everybody better. So I do think that they're struggling in that area because he can't stay healthy. They don't have don't get me wrong. Dorian Williams is an amazing linebacker, terrible in coverage, but he's got a high motor, he plays well. But I don't think necessarily that those guys complement each other well.
Yeah,
and I just think that Milano cleans up a lot of errors in that defense. And
I don't know. I think he used to because this year he wasn't doing
the point.
it.
Used to
Because this year he's not doing
he's
it.
getting older.
Shaq Thompson is your best linebacker,
He almost
and
had a pick six
it's
last
not
night.
even particularly close.
Fast.
He's fast. He's been filling his gaps. He meets contact in the hole.
Yeah.
And he does his fucking job.
Yeah.
And I can't say that for either linebacker. I can't say that. They're letting the plays come to them. Yeah. They're not dictating where they end.
Yeah.
And filling their gap. And like that's the whole team. That's like I said, Cole Bishop was doing the same shit. Taylor Rapp, I don't know what fucking geometry class he has to take, but he has the worst angles I've ever seen in my life.
Cole Bishop had some bad angles last night.
I don't understand. And then I'm sorry, Trey White, bye. Pack of bags. I can't come out of this bye and have Trey White be my starting corner anymore.
Did you hear that the window is going to be opening for Max Hairston?
I heard that, but he only had 4 practices.
Here's my thing.
He had 4 practices.
Here's my thing though. Why waste him? Like, let his knee fully recover. Like,
right.
I have a feeling that they'll bring him out. He'll have one good game, and then something will happen. Just let him rest. Like,
I got to win games now, Joe.
Well, I understand that, but at this point, like, I'm willing to sacrifice letting him sit till his knee's fully healed.
Okay.
Because we keep talking about how Brandon Beane can't hit on certain picks. We're towing the line with that if we come into that problem.
I
Again
didn't speak English. I mean,
we go back to the expectations that are tied to the player. Yes, he's a first round pick. Yes, he's supposed to change the dynamic of this defense. Yes, he's supposed to be this ball hawk. Completely understand. I am not ready to call the season a wash. I'm not yet at least. Mm-hmm. But if it's sacrificing the future of your defense next year, you got to think about those things.
No, I know. Oh boy.
But if your offense can't put up 45 points, you're not winning.
No.
That's what we've learned in the first 6 games.
No. And it goes back to they just thought it would happen again. They just thought they would have a plus 24 turnover differential again. They just thought they would stay uncharacteristically healthy again. It's a fucking misuse of assets. It's crazy.
And you know what? As much as we complained about 13 seconds, do you know who was a really good defensive coordinator? Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier's defenses would give up a big play, but man, when you needed to stop on 3rd and 1,
I see where you're coming from, but the Cincinnati game was unforgivable to me. It's an argument.
There's a lot more
an
to
argument to be
than
had.
that. But I'm making
it's an argument to be
point,
had. I get it.
I'm making the point that like
for sure
they haven't been able to find.
No, I get it.
Somebody,
but they have a head coach who is this defensive connoisseur, who in the brightest, shiniest moments, his defense has come out and pissed down their own leg every single time. And now this year, when you don't have the talent, it's worse as it's ever been. Like it's not even close. And to your point, and we were talking about this in our text chat the other night. Sean McDermott does zone defenses. And my point was always to you, it's because the players fit zone defenses. I never felt comfortable with Trey White guarding Drake London and man. That shit ain't happening. It wasn't happening last night. But they did shift, and Penix started throwing incompletions. So
you have to be able to shift to man at some point.
I agree.
You have to play some man.
I agree, but your personnel has to be better. But again, like it's just you need. Here's what. Okay, I'm getting into a spiral here.
It's okay.
Point blank, you need your defense to be miles.
We're not even. When people say like, "Oh, you're asking," I'm not even asking for the defense to.
No, you know what I would like
to post a shutout. I'm asking the defense on 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter to give me the ball back at midfield.
Yeah,
or give me good field position. They can't do that.
No, they can't. You know what I need? I need all the fucking people you paid this offseason to act like it, because those contracts all look god awful right now. They all look bad, and they're all for longer term. So. They better figure it the fuck out. You need to sign somebody. You can't go out of this bye week without a corner, without a safety, or anything.
The only free agent guy that's made a difference is Sam Franklin, the special teamer.
Right, exactly.
Who's literally trash talking everybody, grabbing face masks and punching people. But
like you need that to happen. Yeah. And you need your better players to be your better players. Yeah. You need Ed Oliver to be more of a impact player. Yeah. You need Christian Benford to get back to what he was doing, which falls in line with the contract talk. But your defense has been absolute no-shows. Yeah. And it's not even just for confusion. It's not even just for, it is a lot of injuries, but I don't think Michael Hoyt or Ogunjobi changes this. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't. I think Hoyt gives you flexibility.
Sure.
But it goes back to the point of you're essentially cutting Javon Solomon or Landon Jackson. And I got to tell you, Javon Solomon looks a heck of a lot better than Landon Jackson right now.
Yeah.
But that's the problem I have with this whole thing is now you go into it, you have Jordan Phillips, who's been activated twice. Okay.
Don't worry about it. He's on the practice squad.
Jordan Poyer's been elevated. Now you go in and you bring these guys back.
Yeah.
Now you have Ogunjobi, you have Michael Hoyt. Mm-hmm. That means TJ Sanders. That means Deion Walker. That means these guys Ed Oliver will rotate in and out, but those are 4 spots now of guys that aren't playing. So I don't know. Like I like Hoyt's versatility. I'm kind of like about Ogunjobi, but the good news about Ogunjobi staying on this roster is I think he's on a 1-year deal. Mm-hmm. You could throw him into a trade package. You could throw him in, and that's the thing. Everyone's like, well, you got to make a trade. All right. I'm cool if the Sabres, I'm cool if the Bills go out on the trade deadline and get a wide receiver. I think at this point, the defense needs so much more than the offense that I think if you went out and you got a burner on the outside, I think you fix a lot more on that side by just getting a guy that can do that. Whereas opposed to the defense, I think you have a lot of options. Your cap's kind of funky right now, but I think you have more options there in free agency with Simmons or a guy like Asante Samuel Jr. But you're not fixing that defense in 2 weeks.
No,
you're not trading for that. You could fix the offense in 5 seconds. By getting a number 1.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
or scheming better or something. I got to tell you, dude,
they don't play to their strengths.
No, they don't. I got to tell you, dude, from scrolling social media and everything, the heat from the fan base on McDermott is growing.
But
I've never seen more people saying to fire him.
I have.
I'm saying more. I'm always the one who's like, what are you talking about? He's 96-41 in the fucking regular season.
I always bring this up, and everyone goes, basketball and football are two totally different things. And I know basketball is not really your forte.
No.
You should be a Knicks fan, though. Go Knicks. Championship runs through MSG. Love you. Anyways, I always bring up the Golden State Warriors. Okay, Golden State literally is one of the greatest dynasties.
I know that
we'll ever see since the Chicago Bulls, the Lakers, whatever. They had Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson was a great coach. Okay, he had Kerr. He had Steph Curry. He had Klay Thompson. He had Draymond Green. He had everybody. He had Andre Iguodala. He had the team that would get far in the playoffs and then they'd fall short. Fall in the playoffs, fall short. Finally, Golden State said, "This is as far as he can take us."
Yeah.
Do I think Mark Jackson should have got another 5 years? Sure. I love Mark Jackson. I think he's a great coach. But they bring in Steve Kerr and they automatically start winning.
Yeah.
Because he figured out, we're going to play at a fast pace and we're going to shoot. And we have one of the best point guards of all time in Steph Curry. Now, flip it to football. The biggest problem that I have with the Bills right now is I truly feel, and I have been up and down with McDermott. I don't think McDermott's a bad guy by any means.
No, I don't think anybody does.
No, I think he's a great defensive-minded coach, meaning he's had some great defenses in his career. I just think he's taken us as far as we can go.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is the case. And people go, well, Andy Reid, guess what the Eagles did after 20 years? This is as far as you can take us. Have at it. Now Eagles fans are sitting there. They've got 2 Super Bowls, but they're sitting there going, damn, man, Andy Reid really built the dynasty. Well, it's because Andy Reid said, the next quarterback that I draft is going to be the guy that I know can get me to the promised land.
Right.
And he got the one quarterback that he wanted Donovan McNabb to be that, and he never was.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I bring up Andy Reid because they are, I hate to say it because it frustrates me, the class of the AFC. I mean, they're the class of the NFL. That's how you should build your team if you're building it. But I just truly think that McDermott's taken us as far as we can go. And everyone goes, well, he's the winningest coach. And if you told me you'd sign up for 5 AFC, I would sign up for 5 AFC East championships. However, the divisional championships mean nothing to me anymore. Like winning your division. I mean, the New York Giants won 2 Super Bowls and didn't win their division.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The playoffs matter.
Well, context is what matters to me.
Right, in context.
If I'm winning, my next question would be, okay, I'm winning 5 AFC's titles. How are the other 3 teams? Are the other 3 teams
terrible?
Yeah, are the other 3 teams
Now they're
dog
good.
shit?
Now one of them's good.
Dude, he's got Drake May breathing down his neck.
Oh, and
it's
trust me, Bills fans, Drake May is going to fall flat on his face a couple games this season.
Probably.
But that's going to make him better.
Yep.
Because that's what happened to Josh. But to your point, you're right. It's in context.
Yeah.
And I always get the text message that's like, you don't appreciate. I didn't say I didn't appreciate it. What I can't stand is the fact that we peak so early at the end of the year, every single year, that when it comes time, when the lights are on, we miss a pass by this much. Yeah. We miss a first down by this much. Yeah. We go, and also penalties. Holy shit. I mean, how many?
It's like a non-coach team.
And I got to tell you,
you're lining up in the neutral zone all the time.
You can say what you want about the referees. I get it. I understand. The Chiefs didn't get a single penalty the other night.
Yeah.
I understand your frustration. However, you have to be able to come back from those fights. I mean, you're talking 5-yard penalty. I mean, these should be things that, 1, you're ironing out in practice, and 2, you should be able to overcome. And we just, every time we get a flag, we're done.
It's so uncharacteristic. And I know that you and I disagreed about that first punt. I think I had a little bit of an emotional smoothie at the time.
I just don't understand.
Looking back at it and watching it, I think I would have flipped my decision. I wanted the punt. I wanted the first one because, in my opinion, in that moment, Gutalytics, I was like, they can't do fucking anything right. At least put him to the 10. But rewatching and learning and like just looking, I think I changed my mind. I think you have to put that ball in Josh's hands no matter what, no matter how bad it is. What's the difference between 30 or 40 yards? They did, and this is like super uncharacteristic of McDermott. Has been for the past 4 years. He normally is really good at this shit. Between both punts, he gave up over 8 percentage points of win percentage.
Yeah.
Dude, coaching scared. Like just completely reverting back to old ways in that game.
For a team that prides itself on analytics.
Yes. it's kind of unbelievable looking at it afterward. Like, it's like, wow, you really didn't think anything was going to work last night. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I know we're sitting here talking and it's like, okay, do we panic? Do we not panic? Do we do whatever? It kind of fucking scares me that the coaches panicked that bad.
I'm not panicking because they were 4-2 and our schedule is favorable.
It is, but
you got the Chiefs coming up. Yeah, the Chiefs coming up after. Like it, I get it. I understand. I'm not ready to fire Sean McDermott yet. I'm not ready to fire Brandon Beane yet. I just think it's something that you finally have to kind of look at and say, all right, like.
It has to be considered.
It has to be considered. Like, what is your plan next year?
Yeah.
Now, the Bills could go out in the draft next year and draft based on need and get the best available wide receiver, best available safety, best available whatever. And we could be laughing at all of this.
100%. We might be laughing at this 6 weeks
from now. And you know
now.
what? It could be something as simple as behind closed doors. It was, we're going to have a pretty bad season this year because next year this is what we have planned. Again, we don't know the vision. However, when your coach is standing up there in the microphone going, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. Well,
it shouldn't be that hard.
But you manage, but like that's the thing is it always comes back to, and I understand your point about Beane drafts the players. I completely understand that. But it's the coach's job to manage the personalities, manage the game, manage the philosophy. And people go, well, he doesn't coach the offense. Okay, but he has a philosophy of what he wants to do. Mike Vrabel, you know what Mike Vrabel does? Yeah, my defense is going to just haunt you down. You do what you want, boo-boo, on the offense. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Get the ball in the hands of Stephon Diggs and let it ride. You know, and some defensive-minded coaches are smart enough because, listen, the philosophy has to change. 100%. It has to change. 100%. And if you're going to be a running football team, then run the ball.
I've said fucking this whole time.
I know. I'm trying to be a little less with the F's these days. I'm a married man now. But that's the thing. Like your philosophy has to, at some point. I say it all the time. I bring up baseball as an analogy. If your fastball is getting peppered, you got to come with a curve. You got to come with a changeup. You got to come with a slider. If you have 5 pitches in your arsenal and 3 of them don't work, well, you have 2. Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't look like they practice like this is what we're doing.
I think it's a very prideful room because Beane loves to say you find out what you're missing at the last game of the season that you lose. And for the past 2 years,
knew what we were missing. We were missing a wide receiver.
Right. The past 2 years, the defense has gotten the ball. Not saying the defense was good in the playoffs because Sean McDermott's defenses are atrocious in the playoffs. But your offense has been driving with less than 5 minutes to play in both of these games, and twice the quarterback can't put the ball in a wide receiver's hands or a playmaker's hands to fucking win the game. And somehow you come away with that.
And one time was the Diggs miss. Which,
100%.
Sorry, they just had to bring that up. And then the one pass he throws, that's literally a rope on a line that 98% of the NFL is catching on a line. I got to see him go like this. Hey, you missed. I don't know, man. I know. Didn't look like you missed.
Well, that's 3 years. The year before that was in the back of the end zone when Chris Jones rushed him. Yep. Could have used a little bit more from Shakir out of that.
He got hit in the thigh in the throw, and everyone's like, bad throw. I was like, it's a great throw.
It's an excellent
considering
throw.
There's a 400-pound mammoth at your feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And then last year was obviously the Kincaid play.
Which was just not a...
It's an unbelievable play by Allen. And I also think it's a little unfair to expect Kincaid to do that, but that's why you draft him in the first round is to make unbelievable plays, in my opinion.
What I don't like to sometimes about most of the time about the Bills is like, if you're getting blitzed, they never run a guy off to the right or off to the left. Like, hey Josh, and they did it last night finally, but it's like, hey Josh, they're gonna blitz, dump it off to the right. The guys literally just boop. Yeah. And you see like the Eagles do it.
But this is what comes back to what I was talking about earlier. They don't have blitz beaters. They don't have people that will dig and come back. And,
you just need to run it'd be like from here to there.
Oh, I agree. They weren't throwing any of the running backs last night for whatever fucking reason. They had 8 touchdowns last year. Anyway,
we're Bills
I'm sure we can sit here for 3 hours and talk about what's going on with the Bills. So let's talk about the other happy fucking wonderful train ride we have going on in the other building, which is winless. 0 for 3. You and I sat here last week on this couch and brought up some optimism about this team and the way things will go. And let me tell you, that got killed night one.
Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll put my phone down.
Yeah, got killed night one. Josh Norris
Got killed.
farted wrong, and he's out for 8 weeks. At least. You know, I was on the side of optimism with that kid. If he stayed healthy, he was better than Cousins. But once again, man, Kevin Adams just thinks he knows better than everybody. These are the same fucking doctors who told him, hey, Eichel can't get this surgery. They're the same ones that now apparently they told him, hey, he's most likely going to get injured again. From what I heard from reporters and whatever, were like, hey,
muscle is pretty tough to heal.
And the doctors told Adams before they scouted him, hey, he's probably going to get hurt again. And he still was like, make the trade. This guy, dude, how he still has a job as we're sitting here is unfathomable. I said it wrong. Unfathomable.
I wasn't.
Are you not paying attention?
I am. I'm just really sad about hockey.
I know. I am too.
I'm pretty close to like ditching this team and just becoming a full-blown Red Wings fan.
It is crazy how bad they are. Now it's coming out that Dahlin and Tage have put pressure on the organization that if they don't get better this year or something doesn't change, they're fucking out.
Lindy Ruff wants to resign, possibly.
Lindy Ruff wants to resign because his message isn't getting to the team. Their power play is still the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
And the bright spot is our 31-year-old goaltender, Alex Lyon.
I mean, how much worse does it get, dude?
I feel bad for him.
It's the worst possible start to a year where the team needs to win the fans back. It is absolutely horrible. And how long does it go? How long do they go winless before they make a move? Because let me tell you, it took 13 games for fucking Don Granato, and it took 18 games for Kruger.
You know, I often wonder if they kept Don Granato.
Are you trying to say there's a universe where?
Well, not yet, but no, because that's just an easy one. I like the complicated ones. I wonder, and I was like, oh, sweet, Lindy's coming back, great, but like I often wonder if they would be better off with keeping, like, if you're going to keep Kevin Adams, you should have just kept Don Granato until time ran out or whatever they're doing, because at least this team like played hockey,
dude. They look like
they gave up a lot of goals.
They look like they don't want to be there.
But like at least with Don Granato, like players loved him.
Yeah.
Players loved Phil Housley too, and they didn't give him a chance. But
I have never in my life, as fast as I've seen it in 3 games, they look like they don't want to be there. We are still arguing about compete and whether these players want to play or not. I love Rasmus Dahlin, but you can't fucking waffle that pass. Like you can't. You cannot give that away. That is what is keeping you out of Norris conversations.
I got news for you on the Alex Tuck situation.
Hey, he's probably gone.
Well, he's right now. He's not worth $10 million.
No, thank you.
Like, sorry, everyone. Like, doesn't mean I don't hate Alex Tuck, but like, buddy, come on. Like,
it's been 3 games. You have 2 goals.
Yeah,
you had 2 guys come in here yesterday.
Yeah.
Absolutely beanbag you. Is it speedbag you? Not beanbag you.
Teabag you.
Yeah. 2 guys come in here and absolutely teabag you. 8 points apiece. 8 points apiece between Nietzsche and the fucking king.
Okay. Which brings you to my point. We can't even get Nietzsche. We can't even get him because he said, I don't want to go. Like,
but he shouldn't have had that choice. I'm sorry. You are the GM of this fucking hockey team that is bleeding fans every single day. Stop getting in unwinnable trades. You have players that are under contract. If they want to leave, fuck them. You figure it out.
But like Nietzsche, they wanted Nietzsche, and he said, I won't go to Buffalo. Like, this is the problem.
I don't think he had a choice.
Either way, the point I'm making is every time we bring up a guy like Nietzsche or a guy like Verhaeghe or, I don't know, throw another guy in there, another 4th liner or 3rd liner, a guy that could actually fix some of the problems. They're like, well, he has a no trade clause, or he didn't really. You know what? I call this little thing we have going on, like the Red Sox had the curse of the Bambino until it finally broke loose in 2004. I call this the
Joe. It's
I call this the curse of the tank. Okay, that they thought they were going to get McDavid, and they didn't, and they got Eichel instead. And the whole time Eichel was here, it was, well, we wanted McDavid, but we got Eichel. And it was always the Sabres' like philosophy was, media would say it, fans would say it. Ah, man, if we only had Connor McDavid. And I think there was something to that. I'm not making up a theory. I really do think there was something to that with Jack Eichel, where he wanted to prove so bad that they made the right choice. And then the organization just kept screwing him behind the scenes that he's like, I want out. And I just think it's been curse after curse after curse after curse ever since that trade. And also since Steve Stamkos came here over the summer, that one summer had a meeting with us and then said, no, I'm going back to Tampa. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't have closers on our staff.
They don't.
We don't have guys that can sell.
It's organizational top to bottom.
Listen, what cracks me up about the palm trees thing is, name a city in the Northeast that is fun to be in from the months of October till April. They all have snow on the ground. All the ones in the Northeast. Boston's really bad this year, but, they got a lineup because it's Boston. Well, dude, Boston snows too. It's frigid. It sucks in the wintertime. Oh, Winnipeg. It's freaking Winnipeg. Have you been to Canada in the month of January? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm done with that whole palm trees thing. It has nothing to do with palm trees. People go to Winnipeg. Jonathan Toews went to Winnipeg.
Yep.
I mean, we're to the point now where throw that all out the window. Stop making excuses. And I'm telling you, the moment they get rid of Kevyn Adams is the moment the page turns and we start to see this franchise turn the corner. Because I think people will look at that and go, no one's standing in my way. Okay, cool. I think somebody could pitch the idea of going in there to Terry Pegula being like, listen, if you really want to sell this hockey team or you want to get rid of it or you want to get them back to a championship standard, this is what we need.
Well, I saw something the other day.
And you stay out of it. That's what Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott did. Stay out of it.
I know, but I think he has Kevin there because Kevin does whatever he wants. I think he's a major part of those meetings. I think he's a major part in the drafting process. I think he's a major part of what the team looks like. I think that's why Kevyn Adams, after 6 years of never getting a higher point total, he got 190-point year. But other than that, they've been in the basement of the East. And he still has a job. And it doesn't look like he's going to lose it any fucking time.
Do you know what my favorite move of Kevyn Adams' GM career is? It's not even a player. Ready for this one? Yeah, I'm going to hire as my assistant GM intern, the guy who literally told Buffalo to screw off Eric Stahl.
Yeah.
That was my favorite move. Because to me, you brought a guy in the organization that quit on you to help you run the organization. Get out of here. Bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
We don't want that here.
No.
And you got guys like Lindy Ruff, who I respect, that's in the wrong position.
I agree.
I think he needs to be the president of hockey ops because I think he has a sense of what hockey should look like. I think Kekalainen could be the GM.
Yep.
And I think you could go out and find a coach. I think Appert would be a great coach if they could figure that out.
What makes you think Appert would be a good coach?
Oh, I mean, he coached very well in Rochester. He got guys to rally. I'm saying that if you couldn't go get a big name coach.
I'm not disagreeing.
No, because we found out with Craig Berube, he didn't want to coach here.
Yeah, right.
So what I'm saying is you're not going to go out and get a big splash coach. You could get Seth Appert to cover for those 2 years to rebuild the program. But you have to go back to that structure of hockey ops. You have to. You have to have somebody that's the layer between ownership and hockey to say, hey, you just trust me on this with the money.
Yeah.
Just because he signed Villaleno and Christian Ehrhoff to terrible deals, we have to suffer.
Yeah. No, I know.
Meanwhile, the football team literally does what they want. I mean, they make money, but
But it's the same. It's the same thing for me on both sides.
Yeah.
And one is a little bit more warranted. The Bills' hubris is a little bit more warranted than the Sabres is.
Sure.
It is crazy to me that both sides try to sell us snake oil, and we're like, that's not what's fucking happening. And it's like, yes, it is. Cut it out. Everything's fine. They inhale the ether. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but just coming in here with Josh Norris as your 1C and Yuri Kulik as your 2C, did we not think this was going to happen? I'm sorry. Did we not think this was going to happen? Was it not
put all your eggs in one basket with Josh Norris?
There you go, 100%. And then Josh Norris goes out. Your call-up is Josh Dunn. Yeah, I'm letting that marinate. Your call-up is Josh Dunn, who I think has something like 36 points in 96 games in the AHL. Just another energy line guy. I'm sorry, but let Kevin, sit down. I have a question for you. Your prospects are too good to trade. They're too good to put in trade packages. Cool. Absolutely. I get it. You invest a lot of time. You invest a lot of development in them. That's absolutely fine. So why is it that when one of your producing lines, actually your number one producing line, your crown jewel that you got in the Dylan Cousins deal, your highest paid player that's supposed to score 35 fucking goals a year, goes out, you don't bring up one of these prospects.
But you, however, you did say Constant Selenius.
I'm not talking about Constant Selenius. I'm not talking about Constant Selenius. I'm also not talking about Devin Levi. You have plans for those guys. I understand it. Let Constant Selenius absolutely destroy the AHL for another year. And then he comes up.
Roseanne.
Where's Isak Roseanne? Where's Noah Ostlund? Can anybody answer the question for me? If they're too good to trade, but they're not good enough to bring them in roles that they should be able to shoulder at this point in their career, then what are we doing here? Because Noah Ostlund doesn't belong on the fourth line. He doesn't even belong on the third line. Same thing probably with Isak Roseanne, because every single time you have brought him, he's had to deal with scrubs. I probably wouldn't generate a lot of offense either if my center was Beck Malenstein.
And that's no hate to Beck Malenstein.
No, of course not.
He's a great high motor guy, but he's a fourth liner.
Right.
Yeah, I love Beck.
Right. It's you're not backing up what you're putting down, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
You have to be able to rotate your lines to find it. If you brought up Roseanne or you brought up Ostlund and you put him on the first line, at this point, nobody cares what your first line is. Yeah. So put one of those guys up there and let's see. And everyone's like, oh, they're not strong enough. Then bring him back down. You have to, what I'm saying is you have to keep trying. You can't just roll through another season with what you have.
Well, I would disagree with you if they were all drafted last year.
Yeah.
And they were 18
Some of these guys have been in the organization for 4 years.
Exactly. Those are the ones. How are they not getting playing time right now? How is Josh Dunn getting playing time right now?
Dude, I would take Rasmus Asplund back right now.
I
hate to say it, but I would take some of these fourth line guys.
And before we got here, it looks like Yuri Kulik has worked his way from second line center, was going to be first line center, all the way to the press box.
He has been the most toyed with prospect in our system. And I hate it because he's a great hockey player, but whatever.
So you guys sold us this dream of Josh Norris as your first line center. And, Yuri Kulik is totally good for your second line center, guys. Don't even worry about it. He's going to take this huge step. Game 3, and it is destroyed. Yep. It is in shambles. Nothing, no redeeming qualities of it whatsoever. I'm sorry, but hope is a horrible strategy. And I'm over it.
Who did they do this with recently? It's a defenseman. They kept him for way too long and never let him play. Not Olofsson, he's the winger. They had a defenseman that...
they keep doing this with Ryan Johnson.
He ended up going back to Sweden, I think.
Oh!
I can't remember.
Lawrence Pilot.
Pilot. It was the same thing with Pilot.
Yep.
They would play Pilot and then they go, he sucks. It's like...
He was fine.
He was fine. He just wasn't... He was just a baseline defenseman.
Right.
He's what Samuelsson is, but stayed healthy.
Right.
And they just didn't let him play. Right. And it was like Linus Ullmark, same thing. It was like... Then Ullmark went on a Vezina, and it's like,
absolutely.
So to your point, I'm to the point now where it doesn't have to be Constant Selenius, even though I love him. I think he's a great actor.
He's going to be great.
He'll be great. It's the Ostlunds, it's the Roseannes, it's all these guys that we drafted that you have to come to a point in your prospect pool where these guys have to elevate.
Yeah, they have to, or at least the opportunity is now.
Yeah. And this should have happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
You should have known going into this year what those guys brought to the table.
Yeah.
With 20 games left in the season, they weren't making the playoffs.
No.
Play them for 20 games.
No, I know.
Get you a small sample size to say, hey, Kevin, This awesome kid, trade him.
Yeah.
This Roseanne kid, trade him.
No, I just
Instead, I got to watch Roseanne throw freaking
right.
mitts in the AHL
Right.
and score 20 goals.
I just can't believe I just can't believe it's 2025.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's much worse with the Sabres. But the Bills did a little bit of this too. They sold their fans, the organization, and the players on hope as a strategy.
Yeah.
We're going to hope the Bills, we're going to hope we keep the same turnover differential. We're going to hope Josh keeps getting sacked as little as he is, which he's already almost sacked entirely as much as he got sacked all of last year. And we're going to hope the injuries stay low on this team. And we're going to hope that we score 30 points on offense per game again without adding anybody significant. People are going to tell me Josh Palmer was a significant add. People are going to tell me Curtis Samuel was getting healthy. All this shit. To me, that's hope. That's not a viable strategy.
What's the hope
It's just
saying?
not.
What's the hope saying you always say?
Hope is not a winnable strategy.
Yeah, but somebody said it in the Sabres organization, right?
Jason Zucker.
Yeah, Jason Zucker said it.
Yeah. And then for the Sabres, we're going to hope Josh Norris stays healthy for 84 games, for 82 games. We're going to hope that goaltending gets better, which Alex Lyon has been really good. But Luukkonen's hurt. Fantastic. Georgiev wants to go back to fucking Siberia.
Georgiev's gone.
Yeah, he's
going back to Russia.
Yes.
That's how
Dylan Levi's downstairs. They hired
Colton Ellis.
Yes, they hired. They signed Colton Ellis, who's never played an NHL game.
But he's a backup. See, here's the thing though. They're willing to give him a chance. They're willing to give him a chance, but they're not willing to give Noah Ostlund a chance.
Oh no, here's another thing. They're willing to give him a chance.
And not Devin Levi.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, but that's a goaltending. But I'm saying they're willing to bring a guy in that's never played.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just Kulik. We're gonna hope Kulik gets 70 points this year. We're gonna hope. Like it's just you're selling it all on hope, and you're not making any meaningful moves. And lo and behold, when it doesn't work out, and you banked on having the most incredible luck ever, and guess what? It didn't work again. What are we gonna do?
Kulik ain't getting 70 points. He's getting 70 pints in the press box drinking beer because I don't get it. There's so many other players that should be in the press box besides Kulik.
Yes, I agree with you. It's nuts to me, bro.
Samuelson's got something on the Sabres organization.
Well, he's got, and so does what's his nips? Jacob Bryson. Jacob Bryson somehow still makes his fucking team. I don't understand.
I'll never forget when we protected him and we gave up Will Borgen.
Oh yeah, that's looking great now. Let me tell you, when he does get fired, Adams, it's going to be one hell of a career look at. He's going to make Ralph Kruger blush. You got rid of Jack Eichel. And that trade, if you lose Alex Tuch, that is the worst trade in NHL history.
Peyton Krebs has just not been.
Peyton Krebs is nothing.
Yeah.
You got that. You got, obviously, the hell's going on with me right now? We're just spiraling here and just getting emotional, and I'm forgetting everything that happened. Dylan Cousins.
But here's the thing: the guys that you do have now are actually good picks. Like that's the thing. Mertka is good.
Yeah.
Hellenius is good.
Yeah.
Roseanne should be good. Ostlund should be good. You have 4 guys right now.
Yeah.
2 of them aren't even near ready to play in the NHL.
Yeah.
But we don't even know. That's the thing. Like on paper, they're great. We haven't seen them play.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand how prospects work. The hardest league for a prospect to get to the pros is Major League Baseball. There are guys that are playing their first game of their career, some in the postseason right now, some have played this year. They're 33 years old. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's the most difficult farm system to go through. You're telling me that these prospects in the NHL are struggling to crack the Sabres lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Georgiev. Georgiev's like, I can't even start for the Sabres. I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go back and make $20,000 million bajillion in the KHL.
Yeah.
See you later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have guys that can't crack the lineup in Buffalo.
I know.
And we have our 2-star players, one saying, can we please stop talking about the past? It's like, Tage, I hate to tell you this, buddy, but they're not going to stop talking about the past until you move forward.
No, I know, and it's not
not his fault. It's not his fault, but it's now.
No.
Now the players are becoming combative, and now it's a problem.
Well, and they got combative last year. They tried fighting with the fans last year. I understand they're under immense pressure. It's a pressure cooker in that building, but it is all the organization's fault. It always has been, and it's not getting any better because they keep doing the same stupid shit. It's kind of unbelievable.
I don't blame Lindy for wanting to leave either. It should not fall on him.
I don't either. I mean, in my opinion, he hasn't really been the best coach since he's been here.
Well, he took the job because he loves Buffalo.
100%. And but he makes quite. I mean, everybody likes to get on Seth Appert, but it's not like the NFL where you have an offensive coordinator making the offensive plays and a defensive coordinator making the defensive plays. The NHL is head coach makes offense, defense, special teams, and he has assistants that help him do those things.
Yep.
This is Lindy Ruff's power play. His entire existence in the NHL, he's had probably one or two good power plays. You knew what you were getting. This weird shit with player hate. He does this too.
Right.
I don't know why he has to have his fourth line players that he always brings everywhere. But it is. It's game 3, right? They get to go play the Senators tomorrow, which I swear to God, if Dylan Cousins has a multi-point night, I don't know what I'm going to do. Truthfully, I don't know what I'm going to do because, I mean, do I just pray? Do I just keep hate watching? Do I just hate watch until they lose 10 in a row and hopefully somebody gets fired? Do I hope for another rebuild? What do I even do? There's nothing to do because the players don't want to play.
Right.
The players don't want to play. The organization doesn't give a shit. They're not going to supplement. And Lindy Ruff is sitting there spiraling. We're 3 games in.
I had my cell phone out because I have the best There's a Universe Where, and you're going to lose your freaking mind.
Okay, cool. I mean, do you want to just get to that? Because we're getting...
I didn't mean to cut into you. I just realized you're gonna. It's gonna break your heart.
You know what?
It's gonna break your heart.
I was emotionally spiraling, so it is what it is.
It's gonna break your heart because it breaks my heart. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
There's a universe where the Buffalo Sabres hire Chris Taylor as the head coach and don't relieve him of his duties for the Amerks. If anybody remembers, Chris Taylor was one of the best Amerks coaches to develop those players.
Yeah.
And they literally said, no.
I'll never forget when they did that.
I cried. Growing up in Rochester, Chris Taylor was a Amerks hero, a legend.
Yeah.
You could go down to the arena anytime, and he was punching some dude's lights out. He was one of the best blue-collar hockey players ever. And that guy was one of the best developmental coaches that they had in that organization. And it was 2020, and they went with?
I know.
Who'd they go with? He who shall not be named.
Yes.
I don't think Chris Taylor would have maybe got them to where they needed to be, but they definitely would have played some FU hockey. Yeah. They would have played the style of hockey that Buffalo is known to play with Jack Eichel there, with Taylor Hall there.
Yep.
Although I do think Kruger had something to do with Taylor Hall coming to Buffalo, but that's a whole nother argument for another time.
Yeah,
but I think the next time we look at our organizations, there are so many blunders, and that's the one that I can't get over. I mean, there's so many other blunders that I can't get over that. When you have a coach waiting in the wings that's done everything that you've asked of him, I mean, those Amerks teams were beating the crap out of teams. They were losing in the semifinals, but they were beating the crap out of teams.
Right.
I think Matt Ellis played 2019 with them, but yeah, there's a universe where Chris Taylor is the Sabres coach, and they don't go the Ralph Kruger route.
Yeah. I don't know if it works, but...
He's assistant coach for the Kraken.
I don't know if it works, but it makes the organization look better. And in a time where the organization needs to look better, they could use more moves like that.
Every single coach in NHL history was a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
People forget. I mean, Scotty Bowman for the Detroit Red Wings. Brilliant hockey mind. Nobody knew who he was when he started.
Right.
So...
No, I get it.
That was my There's a Universe Where, because it breaks my heart.
I know. There's a universe where Sean McDermott gets fired after 13 seconds. What on earth does this team look like?
It depends on who you were going after.
You're probably promoting Dable.
Or you're going to get Mike Vrabel.
Well, Vrabel was with the Titans still,
I think he got fired after that year, didn't he?
Was he? I don't know.
Huh.
But I personally...
Who are you going after?
I think, but no, personally, I think they take Dable. I think they promote Dable.
And I don't think Dable's that great of a head coach.
I think it remains to be seen because let me tell you, if he takes Jackson Dart to the playoffs this year, they look better.
They do, but he might have saved his job, but I don't know.
I mean, and like his last year.
I'm not shrugging that off. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But,
his last year here, they had problems with certain things offensively, but it's nothing compared to what it is now.
No.
And I think it removes the enigma of having to get an offensive coordinator every single year. Brian Dable looked at that quarterback, Josh, and said, "Hey, pal, what do you want to do?" And Josh said, "I want to throw to wide receivers." And Dable was like, "Gotcha. I'll do it." Now, did they need some kind of a running game?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. But guess what? That's what happens when you have Devin Singletary there. How different does that team look if James Cook is on that team? Two partners, universe where?
Yeah.
James Cook is on the Bills for 13 seconds. What does that look like?
They still wouldn't have used him. They would have kept him on the sideline.
Yeah. But at least there's throwing plays out to him. Yeah. At least there's, at least you have the dynamic backfield. I don't know. I try to sit here and envision it, and it's, here's a thought too. What does the defense look like? Do they keep Leslie Frazier and do they do like a different philosophy at the time? Do they maybe switch to something that's a little more base driven, which they've had to do at the start of the year? Do they go more bear? Are they more aggressive? Like it's crazy to think about.
They're always a bend don't break defense. They'll always be a bend don't break defense. That's just how the Bills
but they're back
historically are.
They're built from the back front.
Yeah.
I think having two of the greatest safeties in the world has exposed a lot of McDermott's flaws when it comes to scheming defenses.
I don't think they were the greatest safeties in the world.
I think they were.
They were all pro.
Yes.
You're saying when you say greatest safeties in the world, like
all pro means first team all pro means you were.
So you're saying that you're telling me that like they're better than Malachi Starks, they're better than Kyle Hamilton.
At the time they were.
Okay.
They were all pro. That means you are one of everybody.
You said greatest in the world.
At the time they were.
Okay.
Malachi Starks wasn't even playing yet.
You also said Tage Thompson was Mario Lemieux.
When he plays like that, he looks like him.
He does not look like Mario Lemieux.
Yes, he does.
You're literally talking about one of the greatest.
Look at.
That's for another. That can be in the next episode. I can't have you say Tage Thompson's Mario Lemieux.
I'm not saying he is. I'm saying when he's playing.
That's one of my favorite hockey players.
Okay, you can't sit there and say when he's not playing up to his peak of powers, where the reason Mario Lemieux was because a guy who's that big should not skate that well and play that well. That's Tage Thompson to a fucking T. He resembles him. No, he's not. He's not the second greatest hockey player of all time.
I just wanted to clear that up.
No, dude, come on. What do you think I am? Dumb? Get out of here.
Yeah, I got an IQ of 136. Yeah,
we don't fucking fight enough on this show. I'll tell you that much.
We're about to wrestle.
All right, buddy. You want to go to bed?
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm over this. My emotion's gone.
Yeah, me too. Well, I do feel better.
Yeah, and
I don't know if you do.
Don't forget, we have a Spotify up, private party.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That was episode 7. Hopefully, the next time we see both teams win a few fucking games. I think there's going to be 6 games till the next episode. So
the Sabres on tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel. Like all of our socials. Go follow us there. Like I said, we do have a Spotify now. Please come see us at October 26th at Forbes Theater. RSVP for your tickets today through 500 Pearl. We are doing a live podcast. It's going to be awesome. Come say hi to us. We're going to have guests on there. And we got a couple of guests coming this way too. We're going to get back to more of that as well. But for now, love y'all. Go Bills.